Health-conscious people are leaning toward tofu. So they're making a decision to lean toward a more healthy diet. Technology is also making it easier to produce tofu. What's going to happen to the equilibrium price and quantity for tofu? Let's start by drawing out our market for tofu. So first of all, we've got a downsloped demand curve and an upsloped supply curve. There's our quantity. Here's our price. Initially, we're at quantity Q1 with associated price P1. Let's deal with the health-conscious people first. So health-conscious people are leaning more toward tofu. So this decision doesn't impact suppliers of tofu. They don't care about what people want to eat. People who actually eat care about what people want to eat. So the first shift is demand shift. Okay, so we have this demand shift. So at any given price, such as this price P1, people are going to, if they're shifting toward more healthy living, they're going to want a higher quantity. So this is going to be a rightward shift of the demand curve. Alternatively, if people are truly wanting to eat healthier at this given quantity, people might be willing to pay more for it, right? So it's also, you can think of it as an upward shift as well. So here's our new demand curve. We'll call it D1. Now after this shift, we walk along the supply curve to our new equilibrium S1. Sorry, not S1. I should say Q2 with associated price P2. Okay, so we've got our new quantity and our new price. So in this case, our price has gone up. Our quantity has also gone up. And this is a change in consumer tastes. The next shift is this technology. Technology is making it easier to produce tofu. Now, people who eat tofu, they don't really care about the process behind making tofu. But the people who produce tofu, the suppliers of tofu, they care about that technology. And if we're at this particular quantity, new technology is likely to make it cheaper. So we would be able to take this quantity and produce it at a cheaper price point. Alternatively, at this price point, we would probably be able to produce more of it in a more efficient way. So it could be a rightward shift as well. So it's either a rightward shift or a downward shift, whichever you like. So this moves us to S1. We move from our second equilibrium to this new equilibrium here. And we see that we move to Q3 and associated price somewhere in here, P3. So our quantity has gone up again. This time our price has gone down from P2 to P3. So shift number 2 is a supply shift. Our price goes down and our quantity goes up again. And this is a change in technology. Now, overall, So this is the first shift and only that first shift. This is the second shift and only that second shift. Overall, what's the impact? So after both shifts, we had quantity go from Q1 to Q2. So quantity went up one time and then it went up again. So our quantity is going to increase. Our price went up from P1 to P2 and then down from P2 to P3. Now, based on my graph, you might say that our price increased from P1 to P3, but that's only because I made my demand shift bigger than my supply shift. If I had moved this supply shift out a little bit further, I could have made my P3 drop down even more. The point, though, is that I went up and then I went down. And because I had two different shifts, or two shifts in different directions, I don't really know what my price is. So my price is unknown. I don't know whether it went up and I don't know whether it went down. That's going to depend on the slope of my supply and demand curves. And it's also going to depend on how large those shifts are. So overall, my quantity is going to go up and my price will be unknown.